Kingdom Millionaire Mentor Ike Ikoku at Kingdom Millionaire Institute here with a quick discussion on how to pay off student loans. Figuring out how to pay off student loans is at the forefront of the minds of both new entrants into the workforce as well as more seasoned career employees. Even the 3 to 5 year professional lawyer, doctor, or engineer who makes the move of going into business for themselves likely still has a multi-six-figure student loan debt that they carry with them into their new entrepreneurial venture, and maybe even into their new marriages. The weight of that debt alone and the stress that it can cause to marriages, to your business, and to your life in general can be quite debilitating. While the pressure that many graduates feel is real, it doesn't have to be debilitating, and it shouldn't crush your dreams of one day being debt-free and financially free. You see, the fact that you feel the pressure means that you are at least aware of the need to do something about it. So here are 3 simple things that you can do to ease the pressure and perhaps even pay off your student loans faster. First thing that you can do is make slightly more than the minimum payment. See, while many student loans offer the opportunity for deferment, remember that while loans are in deferment, they are still accruing interest, meaning that the total amount that you borrowed increases as interest is being accrued on that loan. Now, you've likely seen examples that show that when a couple goes out and purchases a $300,000 home, and they purchase that by acquiring debt and financing that purchase at, say, 5% over 30 years, that they will end up paying twice the amount they borrowed, or approximately $600,000 by the time it's all said and done after 30 years of consistently making payments on that loan. Now, that's twice the actual loan amount that they actually took. And that happens while they are actually making payments on the loan. So with your student loan, while it's in deferment, while you are deferring payments, while that's a good thing, as it's likely to provide you with some needed flexibility, that's quite frankly a pretty good thing early on in your career. What you really want to do is you want to get into a position where you can start paying on that debt as soon as possible. As with all forms of debt, if you pay more than just the minimum payment that's required, what that means is you have less of a balance that's outstanding that's now being used to determine the amount of interest that's being calculated, which means you will put yourself in a position to be able to pay off that debt a lot quicker than you ordinarily would have. My second tip for you is to simply know where your money is going. The starting point of being able to transition from enjoying the flexibility of loan deferments to now making payments on that loan is simply getting a handle on your budget. And once you have a handle on your budget, you can start making payments on your student loans. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you would like to know that your payments are actually being credited properly, right? So you have to remember that it is still human beings that are processing your loan payments. And as such, you and I both know that human beings are still prone to making mistakes. So borrowing the words from a former US president, Ronald Reagan, here's my advice. Trust that the payments that you make are being credited properly, but also verify. My last and final tip for you is simply this: consider consolidating and refinancing your student loans. See, the last thing that you can do to pay off your student loans is to consolidate several loans into one and refinance the entire lot of those loans to a much lower rate. The combination of those 2 things will likely put you in a position to be able to pay that loan off a lot quicker. And so there you have it, folks. 3 tips to help you pay off your student loans. Take care and be well.